Great day, kings and sisters from another mister. Welcome back to the BMCMC, BlackManCan men's channel. I'm your host, Frederick Harper. And today I wanted to jump into a video I saw earlier in the week in which there was a parking lot confrontation. Black woman got into it with another black man and she accused him of denting her door. And of course, he stated that he had not dented her door. And they got into a back and forth test. And at the same time, her boyfriend was there on the scene with her while she was getting into a verbal confrontation with this man. Long story short, she began to push this man, to yell at this man, to get in his face. And after all that, the man still, although he vehemently said he did not dent her car, he refused to put his hands on her, which I thought was valiant because a lot of men aren't like that. But the bigger problem was she told her man to punch him in his face, to kick his ass, to beat him up. And her man didn't want any part of that. Her man didn't feel he should have had to do that. And she just kept going on and on. And I want y'all to see the video. And on the other end, I'm going to talk about how I felt about it and some of the red flags to watch for as men, because some women can put you in compromising positions that could be a detriment to your life. So let's look at this video and we're going to chop it up on the other end.
What you so hard up about?
I need my $40 or something? $40. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna call the insurance company.
I ain't got time for this, bro. You worry about this ragged car.
Ragged? I do that to you. What's up?
Don't touch my car.
I did it.
You hear me?
I did it.
Say, bro, I'll put my hands
you don't
on
like
you.
though. But you put a
I ain't fucking
though.
Kodo. I ain't hit the Kodo.
You did.
Man, that ragged ass.
You
You hold up. I told you I don't hit females, dog. I don't hit females, dog.
Get it off the door.
Yeah.
You doing too little.
I'm lying. I literally opened my door.
See where the day and where your door is. Come show me.
Just chill out, man.
What's up?
Raggedy, you hear me?
I don't
Shit
matter.
raggedy. It was there before I
You
even
want to get
got
my
here.
rag?
You hear me? Like you talking all that stupid. I ain't got time for
You want to
this.
get
I ain't got time for
You want to
this.
get
You hear me? Hey,
What's up?
control your. I ain't got time.
Go. Knock you down.
Control your. I don't get women, cuz.
Go ahead.
Don't hit me.
Hit him. Knock your out. But you gonna fight me though. You gonna fight me though. You gonna fight me though. Fight him. Fight him.
Hey, man, I said what I said. I said what I said. You hear me? I told you I don't hit females, but if I gotta put on you, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Fight him.
Yeah. What's going on?
Okay. Now, watching that video was a true definition of a woman out of control. Okay? She was willing to go fisticuff with a man that was 150 pounds bigger than her. And on top of that, she wanted to compromise her own man's safety by telling him to get into a fight with the man, pushing him and egging him on to fight the man that she actually tried to fight to some degree on her own. All over a dent on a car door. When she could have called the police, she could have said, look, let me get your insurance information. There could have been a different way to handle the situation. I tell y'all brothers all the time, there are certain situations you can get into with a woman where you have to understand this woman does not care about your well-being at all. If she's standing there with this man and telling him to punch another man in the face, to fight another man just because she says so, brother, you don't know if this man has a gun, a knife, a weapon, and she doesn't either. Yet she's so angry and so in her feelings that she doesn't care about your well-being at all. I told you this, brothers. If a person cares about you, they are going to be concerned about your safety and well-being. They're not going to set you up to get your ass whipped, set you up to get shot or worse. Okay? And that's what this woman was doing. That man actually handled himself well. It also brought me back to another situation where the term is thrown around a lot when I was younger. It was saying, you can't handle a strong black woman. You can't handle me. And in my youth, I used to look at that logically and say, why must I handle you? Why must I, as an adult, have to handle another adult? Like you're some kind of circus tiger or some poisonous snake. Those are things that need to be handled. You shouldn't have to necessarily handle a woman, but this was a prime example of what that meant. A woman that's just going off on a man she doesn't know from Adam, screaming, hollering, cussing, repeating herself. That's another telltale sign of a crazy person. When at least I won't be doing, at least I won't be doing, at least I won't. Once I start hearing that out of a woman, I'm done with the conversation. That's a red trigger right there of somebody who is not on their center right there. She was going on and on and on with the man. And then when all else failed, she told her man, baby, punch him in the face. Kick his ass. Dude, to me, that is second only to somebody calling the police on you. And I don't mean when a man has put his hands on a woman. I mean when you and your woman are in a verbal dispute at home. If she calls the police on you, she does not care about your life. With all the history we have of black men and confrontations with the police and the authorities and things that can happen with them, if he has done nothing to physically harm you and the woman calls the police on him, then she had a whole nother modus operandi going on there. This is similar. This man, she does not know from Adam. This man could have had a weapon. This man could have been the kind of man that's not a gentleman, that just broke her jaw right there on the spot, hit her and broke her whole face. And there would have been nothing she could do about it. This is craziness. And you got to watch for that, brother. Sisters, stop doing that too. Stop approaching men and acting like you going to fight them and you going to do something to them, because some men are not chivalrous. Some men are not gentlemen. Some men will literally break your whole jaw if you jump up in their face like that. And more importantly than that, brothers, I'm going to tell you something. There is a difference between standing up for your woman and putting your life in danger. Okay, it's one thing when y'all going somewhere, you want to honor, you want to make sure your woman is respected. You don't want to let nobody walk all over. But at the same time, if your woman is sitting there talking about, baby, punch him in the face, kick his ass, she don't know this man. She is putting you in danger as well as herself. And I tell people that all the time. It's just like the situation with Will and Jada. If the woman cares about the man, she's not going to let him put himself in a detrimental situation. And she's not going to allow him to get himself hurt or to get her hurt at the same time. She's going to be protective of both of you, just like a man should be with his woman. But this woman didn't care. She just was in her emotions and she was going off. And luckily, she was dealing with a brother that I heard say repeatedly, I don't hit women. I don't hit women. Lady, get away from me. I don't hit women. But the sad part was he kept saying, yo, man, get your girl. Because I don't hit women, but I will put hands on you. And that's how things usually work. I tell people that too all the time, man. When you get a woman and two men in the middle of it, one's going to jail, one's going to hell. So be careful when you're dealing with women that want to start shit like that. It's like the old say, I'm Helen of Troy. She was the face that launched 1,000 ships. Since the beginning of time, men have gotten into situations that either put them in jail or put them in a morgue somewhere because they were trying to defend some woman's honor who was out of control. Brother, it ain't worth it. And even when you're dealing with something where like, yo, your woman is messing with another man, if she messing with another man, let her go. It's not worth your life or the life of another brother either. Because he's not thinking about you. He don't know you from Adam. If a woman's doing that, brother, she's not for you. Let her go. And remember this, brother. If you do something to this man, you gonna end up in jail. That man may end up dead, and she gonna end up sleeping with somebody else. So think before you make rash decisions, okay? But this video was a prime example of what I like to tell people about. Be careful the kind of person you're dealing with. Red flag behavior is out there, not just for men, but for women as well. Someone who habitually wants to get in fights, someone who is very confrontational, very physical, over the top, super emotional about everything. Those people are powder kegs ready to erupt. And usually what guys fall for is those people are very good in the bedroom. They wild, they sexual, they erratic, and sometimes men like that. But this is the other side of that. A woman who's emotionally not in control in the streets can get your ass in big trouble. And I'll give you another example. If your woman walks out in an outfit that is so revealing that other men want to step to her and put you in a compromising situation, that's not good either. You supposed to be a kept woman. You shouldn't be walking out with a skirt that's already up to your butt cheek, breast popping out of your chest, and not think that men are going to look at you some kind of way or possibly test the man that you with. So, brothers, you got to look for the signs that a person is genuinely invested in you and is not emotionally insecure, someone who is totally out of order, and someone who could be a serious detriment to your life if they put you in the wrong situation. So when you hear stuff like that, oh, you know what? You just can't handle. You know what? Maybe I can, sister. Because if you was a woman who got any sense, I wouldn't have to handle you. You be an adult enough to handle yourself and know better than jumping in somebody's face you don't know. Dealing with strangers is how people get shot, people get stabbed, or worse. Because you never know what the other person's crazy is. You can be crazy, but the other person could be crazier. You can be tough, but the other person can be tougher. So pick your battles wisely. And brothers, if you dealing with women like this, you might want to second guess staying with them. And sisters, if you act like this, you might want to check your behavior. Because these are the kind of situations that put people in jail or in hell. Okay? So brother, knowing that, I hope y'all enjoyed the content. I hope you understand the message I'm trying to tell you. But be mindful of red flag behavior in women. And women likewise in men. So with that being said, brothers, I hope you enjoyed the content. This was a quick one on what I like to call Current Events Wednesdays. I hope y'all hump day was good. But brothers, stay with me. Stay subscribing in. Like, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think about the whole situation. Was she out of order? Was the brother out of order for not beating the guy up just because she said so? What did you think about this video? And I just showed you half of what happened, but it was the main chunk. Let me know what you thought about the video as well. But most of all, brothers, continue to strive to be your best. Don't stress yourself out. Get with women who have some emotional control and won't put you in predicaments like this. And most of all, remember that the black man can. And if you ain't know, you better ask somebody. Peace.